Hey guys, today we're going to be discussing sleep deprivation in aviation. Coming up.
Central Aircraft has a 0445 Susan, Las Vegas Tower is reported. For further services, contact Las Vegas Approach and Departure Control.
So, what is sleep deprivation and why is it important? Well, Google defines sleep deprivation as simply lacking the required amount of sleep. And as for the importance, well, it's pretty obvious. Operating any vehicle, let alone an aircraft, can be dangerous or potentially fatal while operating under these conditions. Now, why did I choose this topic? Well, as someone who suffers from moderate sleep deprivation from reasons unknown,
What? How?
no, but seriously, I thought that this aviation safety related topic would pertain best to me or to another fellow aviator who may actually be experiencing this. And, I know its effects firsthand. Speaking of the effects, what are they? Well, for starters, we have memory loss, impairs the ability to think straight, it hinders the ability to process information, and it negatively affects the decision-making process of the brain. Now, how do these effects come into play in aviation? Well, for memory loss, in case of emergencies, pilots are required to follow guidelines, procedures, and checklists that correspond to the emergency. Certain guidelines or procedures should be a walk in the park for pilots, and forgetting them is not an option. However, for a sleep-deprived pilot, it is. Now, what about a hindered inability to process information? Well, as shown in the intro, pilots are presented with tons of data and information via the flight displays and computers, as seen here. Overwhelming information is already a factor in aviation concern. Now paired with an inability to process information thoroughly, it is a problem quickly fueled by a lack of sleep. The last effect that sleep deprivation has on aviation that we will be discussing in this video is decision-making performance. Now, sleep deprivation can reduce a pilot's reactions and decision-making during emergency and non-emergency situations. You ever been so sleepy to the point where you said or done something that you really didn't mean to? Well, imagine that, but with literal lives in your hands. It's scary, right? Now, what does the FAA have to say about this? Essentially, the same thing. As seen here, it clearly states, fatigue is a condition characterized by increased discomfort, which lessens capacity for work, reduces efficiency of accomplishment, loss of power or capacity to respond to stimulation, and is usually accompanied by a feeling of weariness and tiredness. Now, here's the important part. Typically, this situation occurs with someone who does not get sufficient sleep over a prolonged period of time. This is basically it's kind of like summing up what I was saying, sleep deprivation just really incapacitates a pilot and really hinders their ability to work efficiently through not only emergency situations but standard procedure even. Now that we know what sleep deprivation is and what it does to pilots, what can we do about it? Well, the FAA was kind enough to provide us with a list of do's and don'ts to minimize the risk of anyone experiencing sleep deprivation. I will be showing the list here. Pause it if you need to. The FAA so kindly also provided us with an antidote to fatigue centered around sleep deprivation. We can see that here. Put simply, obtaining adequate sleep is the best way to prevent or resolve fatigue. FAA's words, not mine. By taking simple measures and precautions the FAA recommends, sleep deprivation and its effects can be prevented, and lives could even be saved. I will be putting the links to my reliable sources taken directly from the FAA down in the description below. Fly safe, guys, and make sure to get a full 8 hours of sleep before ever taking off.